should I document and handle change requests that occur after the contract is signed?
That's a loaded gun right there. And we don't have any. We don't have any. Our contract is so cut and dry. I had an attorney write it that's a good friend of mine, and he's fantastic. And I said, Adam, you write this to where I understand it. Like, if I can't read it and know exactly what I'm getting, you got to rewrite it. Like that's the contract I want, because he knows that I'm not going to read some bullshit. Our contract's 1 page, so it's not. But we have a really simple terms and conditions on the quote along with the contract that's like 4 sentences. You pay this much per sheet of sheeting. You pay this much for extra layer of shingles for tear off. We even, I think, I think there's 4 things. The third one is if we fall through the roof, and we've talked about this before. If we fall through and we damage inside of your home, that's on you. You waited way too long to put a roof on this house. If we can't safely walk up there without our foot going through your ceiling, we're not drywallers. We're not doing the drywall because you waited 10 years too long. But they're very brief, uh, basic sentences. We don't have questions. Hey, we've got a picture of every piece of plywood that's bad. That's your bill. This isn't a change order. You're just getting a bill, because that's what we had to do to successfully put a quality roof back on your house to meet code. There is no change order. We're not waiting on you to sign anything. We're not waiting on you to come pay us. I know a lot of change orders, people want paid before they'll do the change order. No, no, we don't do any of that. We'll bill you when we're done, and that's the end of it. Now, if you're in other business, I think there's a lot of theories on how to do this, how to do it right. I personally think you should have any, say you're doing siding, you're doing windows, things like that. Still, I just don't see where you should have change orders. You need to get better in your bidding process, better in your um, your order, your sales process, asking all the right questions, making sure all those things are buttoned away before you start. I just don't see where in exteriors you should be dealing with change orders. I just don't see where that should be happening. You should have enough experience in what you do that you've got all that stuff covered before you start the job.
Yep, that makes sense. Makes sense. Trying to think the way, I don't know if even you guys knew this, but in ProLine it's not you can do it as a change order. You can have a change order quote template that you can send, but you can also just have no signature page, which allows your guys, when you have that, you can just simply go in there and you can have something for OSB, something for whatever. You can generate very simple. It doesn't need to be fancy. You're not going to send it to the customer. You can just quickly add it to your list of quotes and then approve it internally, because there's no signature page. So it can just get approved. And then at that point, it will get added to all future invoices. So if you're using the running balance approach to invoicing in ProLine,
Right.
then you can just do that, and then that will get added automatically on all future invoices. You can alternatively just tack it onto the invoice. You can just add it manually to the invoice, but it just depends on whether or not you want to track that, how much you want to track that in ProLine. So